Hello and welcome, I'm Clark Mason. This time on Service Above Self, we're going to be taking a look at some segments from Rotary Video Magazine. The Rotary Video Magazine shows the work that clubs around the globe are doing to make this world a better place. Rotary is pretty famous worldwide for lending support to causes such as clean water and health. But there's other avenues of service that Rotary has, such as vocational. The following segment shows the efforts that a Wisconsin club is making in ensuring that their high school students can find work in the trades.
Hartford, Wisconsin's about 55 minutes from downtown Milwaukee. This is classic Middle America. It's somewhat more blue collar than white collar.
Hartford is a community that has demonstrated that they value the importance of a comprehensive high school experience for all learners.
There was the feeling that all youth had to go to college. And there are some, for whatever reason, financial or others, that can't or don't. And so this was a way of getting them involved in the trades.
Learning is far more than what takes place in a classroom.
The Vision Project was a Rotary project that was an idea of our incoming president in the spring of 1992 to do some type of project to raise money to support our scholarship commitments to the Hartford High School scholarship programs. We met with a teacher at the high school that was teaching carpentry class in a classroom. We took it from there out of the classroom into actually building a whole house.
We have a number of students that like to work with their hands. So they have the ability to work with other students, solve problems, take something, a plan, something on paper, and by the end of the year, they're going to see a home. We're in cooperation with the Hartford Rotary, and they finance the entire project. They are in charge of getting the subcontractors, securing a lot, and oversee the project.
The students, under the direction of a teacher, take 2 class periods a day on the job site, and they do all the carpentry work.
You have a plan that Terry gave us already that tells you what material to cut each of your headers out of.
Rotary buys the lumber, but the students build the house from the beginning.
I want you to 100-foot tape, measure, from the corner right here to the corner back here. Then measure from here over to here, double check that dimension.
Our students will start on the job site and start with the floor system, work on the walls, put the trusses up, the roof system, and progress from there.
Well, I always wanted to be a carpenter, and it was a great way to learn about it. After high school, I plan on trying to get into the union or just a job in general through construction.
I heard about this through the construction program at school. I've learned a lot more than just the building trades, working as a team and working with a boss, Mr. Lonergan.
It's a good experience. You get to do something that not many kids do. When I build my own house, I can at least watch the carpenters and help out, and so I kind of know what's going on.
They may not all go into carpentry or construction, but we want them to value putting in hours time for hours pay, and feeling proud of the fact that they took something from a hole in the ground and built a home. There aren't too many high school students that say they did that in high school.
There are all of these extra people that have had the ability to participate in the Vision House. We got our home interiors, we got our architecture classes involved.
If you're gonna do something from the ground up, why not incorporate all the trades that go along with it?
and landscape design was a perfect fit for this project to kind of finish off the touches in the spring. What did you have in mind? What is this right here? What are you drawing?
That's
Specific plants?
Right there?
Yes.
Those are the plumerian.
Okay, all right. And we take the top plans from each semester and reward them at the banquet at the end of the year, and the winning design will come from those final six drawings.
I think our role, as far as just how the high school works in general, as far as doing this Vision House, it's great to see teamwork, you know, and being able to work with other departments and actually seeing my students be able to pick out some stuff and actually have an input as to what is being done in that Vision House. They feel honored, they feel a part in that too. This looks really good. As far as professional, very professional, does not look too cluttered. As far as your samples for your bathroom, can you kind of explain your bathroom to me too, please?
The bathroom has more kind of rustic feel to it.
Always start at the bottom, you get it where you want it, then you put the level on it.
We just finished doing exterior walls, now we're starting to build all of our interior walls. Once we get all the walls in place, then we're ready for the roof system.
These students are getting, at a young age, a taste of what they can do in construction, and they also learn of the income they can make at it. From my perspective, for our construction industry, it's a big help.
Let's just try to find one spot where this will go in, a nice easy one.
Having this field experience is so valuable that they got a better understanding of how things are put together than versus just trying to draw something on a piece of paper. As long as they can continue this program, we're looking forward to having these students out in the workforce with us in the next few years.
Okay, next for tomorrow, I'd like to keep a group working on this side. If it's not windy,
We're inside just putting the finishing touches on. We have probably another 6 or 7 weeks worth of work, but mainly just the trim work inside, putting the doors in, the door casing, window casing, base trim, kitchen cabinets. So getting closer to a house. I think the students start out slow. I know they start out slow. They're not confident of their abilities, although some of them think they know everything at the time, but they have grown. They certainly have learned a lot of technique and about building construction. But I think more importantly, I think they've learned a lot about themselves, what they're capable of doing.
We've learned a lot of stuff, how different ways to do certain jobs and how some people like to do it one way and others like to do it a different way. And
I've gotten all the numbers and techniques of building down more this year. Everything's more in my memory now, and it's easier for me to do this after school now.
A lot of people that are working together as a team to make this great opportunity be available to our young people. And so thank you for all of you that are involved in the one way, shape, or form of this program. It's such a unique program. It's also unique being involved with the Hartford Rotary and the community of Hartford. It's pretty special.
For the last 15 years, the Rotary has seen fit to grant 4 scholarships to the carpentry students for their participation in the program. I have the privilege of presenting the 4 scholarships for this year.
I think it's a great experience. I think more than just the school around here. Every school should have a program, an opportunity for kids to do something like this.
The dedication and teamwork that Rotary is providing in this particular project, being a large, complicated project, shows that it can be done, and that's a message that should be offered to all Rotary clubs throughout the world, that not just building a house, but building other projects and doing things is to use your knowledge and expertise and cooperate, and you can make major things happen.
Master bedroom is 12 by 13, and it features a really nice size walk-in closet. This is a fabulous house. I'm not expecting any problem selling it. The floor plan is great. The energy is great. There's good light coming in all of the rooms. There's some really practical elements in this home that make it appealing, I think, to the broadest audience.
Thank you for coming.
And it's kind of exciting today coming out. Such a glorious day in May to get a chance to see Derek, my nephew's project that he finished up at the Vision House. When I walked in the door, he was smiling, beaming from ear to ear with a big smile. And it was just really, you could see he being so proud.
It feels pretty good when people come through. They talk about the work and how nicely it's done. So I kind of feel pretty proud when they say that. And when you kind of look at, you did the work, not somebody else did it. You had a hand in doing it. So it's nice to hear it from folks that think it's a good program.
I want them to feel proud the last day they walk out of that house, to feel proud of what they've accomplished. And I don't think there's too many high school students that can obviously walk out of a home that they built. I hope that they will continue to feel that for now and years to come.
We have long known in this country that a good basic education is very important to one's success in life. A little school in Rio tells the story of a Brazilian and a German Rotary Club working together to make that happen.
My name is Maria de Fatima. I've lived in Providencia for 32 years. This is where many students who go to the school live. They walk down the hill over there to go to school. Life here is difficult. The majority of people living here are honest and hardworking people. The problem is that people do not have jobs or opportunities. There's a lot of gunfire. When that happens, we hide in the bathroom. Right now, it's calm. My dream is, I couldn't give my older kids an education. And now with the salary I'm making, I can't afford college tuition for them. My dream is to see my children graduate. The port here was closed and moved to another city. Many of the men that worked there were the head of their families. They lost their jobs and eventually ended up leaving them. The family started to fall apart. For 28 years, I was a public school teacher in Brazil. My first contact with Rotary was when my husband was invited to become a Rotarian 26 years ago. At first, he didn't understand the purpose of meeting for dinner once a week. And I thought he needed to join a club like this to better understand the problems of our community.
This area is known in Rio as an area of prostitution, drugs, and weapon trafficking. The worst area in Rio. My name is Father Eckhart Hermann Höfling. I'm a German Franciscan friar, and I've been living in Brazil for 45 years. Just like Franciscans, Rotarians have a desire to seek peace. So we decided to help this neighborhood.
When the Padre Francisco da Mota School turned 100 years old, it had 200 students between grades 1 and 4. It was about to be closed down.
There was a Pan-American Rotary Peace Conference here in Rio de Janeiro. During the event, I introduced a couple of German district governors to then District Governor Adelia, the first female district governor in Brazil.
We were thinking about peace, and we remembered this school, which was in an area with serious social problems.
I'm Dieter Klingenberg, a member of the Rotary Club of Lower Mark-Heidenfeld. My friend Gerd Lorenz from Rotary Club Schliersee and I myself decided to realize a project for Father Eckhart in Rio. We enlarged the so-called Harbor School in Rio.
Visitamos a escola. We visited the school and agreed that it would be a good project for Rotary. Instead of simply donating equipment or food, we would be involved in a sustainable project.
I suggested we could do something much more meaningful through this school project. We could turn this school into an agent for change that could really improve this neighborhood, which has been through so much hardship.
We needed roughly $1 million for this project, and we brought it together. First of all, we collect money from our Rotarian friends. We asked the foundation, and she approved our applications. And then we asked the German government to give us some money. I was the first in Germany who asked for so much money, and 9 of 10 Rotarians I asked, they told me, you will never get this money.
The German government agreed to be our partner because Rotary was involved. Since the Rotary Club is within the community, we know the problems of the community.
And we got it because we had a very, very good project, and we were very strong in following our ideas.
So, our idea was to have a school with a different process.
Create opportunities for children, create a place for people to meet and form a community, and as children become adults, a vocational training program.
Physics, chemistry and biology labs, computers, food for all the students, kindergarten to high school. This is especially important because they don't always have good food available at home.
They have a right to a better chance in life, to their dignity, to a future. And the door that opens up this future is education.
Music was always a fundamental tool to raise self-esteem and also to teach. I strongly believe that it is possible to teach through music. I practiced this technique for 28 years. I really stand by that idea. When we increased the number of students from 200 to over 1,000, the number of families that are part of the school also increased. We then became even more aware of the hardships those families faced. For example, in many of them, the mother is the head of the family. Several of those women did not have a job or means to support their children. We broadened the project's objective to focus on the families, with workshops on baking, printing, and carpentry.
Gráfica, escola, marcenaria, escola. E para as mulheres, principalmente, tudo que diz respeito a artesanato.
And especially for women, classes on craftwork, sewing, hair design, nail technology.
Para manicure, pedicure, cabeleireiro. Tudo isso está envolvido em que nós envolvemos não
We
só
support
os
not only
alunos,
the
mas
students,
os pais,
but also their
mães e
parents
pais,
and even their
avós.
grandparents.
Toda a família está envolvida. Este é projeto comunitário.
This is a community project.
Eu tenho vários sobrinhos que estudam no colégio.
I have many nieces and nephews who attend the local school. One of the girls told me that they had dental care for pregnant women here.
Dentário para gestantes. Aí eu vim até aqui, eu não sabia como dar banho, não sabia como.
I came here. I didn't know how to give a bath, change a diaper, or many of the things necessary to take care of a child. When they invited me to the class for new mothers, I was interested in the information in the course. How great it would be if all communities had access to information and got the kind of help we get here.
The most important change is that the project has brought a new mentality to the neighborhood.
Meus filhos estudam no colégio bom. Ainda bem que a escola também.
My kids are in a good school. I'm glad I was also given the chance to work to help my children have a better future.
Futuro melhor, né?
The school is giving a lot of opportunities. It's good for the parents who can't pay for their kids' tuition.
You see, such a thing we did in the harbor school cannot be done in 1 year. And I think we were the right people for this job.
Então, eu acho que esta nova pedagogia,
This new partnership of teachers, parents, students, staff, and Rotarians,
direção da escola, Rotariano, isso criou senso
created
de
a sense of responsibility for everyone.
todos. Todos nós somos responsáveis pelo
We are
que
all
acontece
responsible for what happens
com
to these
essas
children.
crianças.